Hey party peeps, MangaMan here, taking time out of my busy class schedule to give you a little something to ease the pain of not having a review this October. Yeah, I know, I'm pretty disappointed about it as well. I wanted to have something out by October, but the only thing that I could finish on time was my Simple Gear review, and that isn't really that Halloweenish. The next part will probably be out sometime very late November. These next few weeks are going to be very hard school wise because this is crunch time for me. But I thought I'd spend just a little time and give you another episode of what I've been watching. So, a while back, I just got finished watching Sea Control. I think there's more to the name. Sea Control, Money for Your Soul. I forget what it's called. But yeah, I've been watching I watched Sea Control all the way through, and I found it was a pretty good series. I kind of liked it the same way that I liked Blue Exorcist. It kind of had that. I kind of had the same reaction that I did with Blue Exorcist. I felt it was a good series, but it wasn't really that good a series, if you know what I mean. It had an interesting concept. I'm not going to go too much into spoilers here, but I am going to talk about things that might give hints to spoilers. I'll try not to spoil it the best I can. What I liked about it, I liked the concept. I liked the concept of the people going into this financial district and withdrawing special currency to use in the real world. However, the consequences, if they go bankrupt, they then lose everything that they spend that money on. To give a very, very simple summary of the plot line here. Sorry, it's been a number of weeks since I finished that anime, but I thought I would just talk about it here before I completely forget it. But I like the character. I like the characters for the most part. They didn't really stand out as well, I thought, as Blue Exorcist, just to make a comparison for some odd reason. Um, but the thing that really let me down is that this is an anime. This is an anime series about the economy, about what we're going through right now here in America, and I bet everywhere else around the world is also suffering just as much or even worse than what we are in this economic crisis or whatever. Even the common anime fan feels it by seeing the prices of anime. My god, those things are astronomical. That's why I usually go to Mega Meat Exchange or Half Price Books or any place that has discounted materials. It might, but you run into the getting off topic here. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling a bit. But yeah, as I was saying, what I didn't really like about it is that this is an anime series about the economy, about suffering and going through the hard times of this economic downturn. But they make a single character the antagonist. Or is it protagonist? No, it's antagonist. Yeah, they make a single person the villain. Now, for its concept, I don't think that really works well. For the story purposes, it works out fine. I didn't have any problems with it there, but for the concept though, the concept of facing against the economy, we can't really blame one person for all the all the insane gas prices or how everything is going up in prices nowadays. We can't really blame just one person for that. I mean, sure, it's easy to blame one person. We can blame whoever is the highest power in charge, whether it be a king, a president, or a ruler, or Dalai Lama. I don't care. It's easy to blame that, but it's more complicated that. It's more complicated than that. And I would have really liked it if they would have represented this. If they would have, been a little bit more I'm not saying that they weren't mature, but a little bit more of a. I thought they would have been really interesting if they would have like really focused on the economy part of it. They reflected a lot about like the damages that this downward economy can have on people, ruining lives, in like a metaphorical sense when people lose their futures by selling their souls to this financial district to get money. So yeah, I think they really kind of turned down. I think they really dropped the ball on that part. But that was Sea Control. Let me look in my little green book of anime series. I think I saw one other anime series recently, or I finished one. Da, 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 da. Ah, yes. The Legend of Himiko, I recently watched a while back. I was surprised to find I was surprised to find it in my school library and that it was reserved for a professor in my university. First off, who was the professor? And second, why wasn't I informed that there was a professor that was using anime in their curriculum? Why was I not informed about this? But anyways, Legend of Himiko is an interesting series in that its title is very deceiving. It says The Legend of Himiko, making you think that, oh, this must be related to a character named Himiko. And yes, there is a character named Himiko in it. However, the way the anime is set up, we barely spend that much time with Himiko. If anything, we spend more time with the main male character, Kutani. So, in reality, it's kind of like the Legend of Zelda syndrome. It's called Legend of Zelda, but we spend most of the time with Link, and the same thing with Legend of Himiko, where it's called Legend of Himiko, but we spend more time with Kutani. The story of Legend of Himiko is in that genre that I have yet to find a proper name for. It's in the same vein of Digimon, where it's person or people getting transported to a different world. Dimension genre, travel to a Disney World genre. That's too much of words. There's got to be a better name for it. If anybody comes up with one, let me know. But for the most part, I really enjoyed it. It was made by the same people behind the Sakura Wars series, and I only saw a few episodes of that, but I do remember it being fairly good 90s anime, and I'll probably get back into it. I got a huge list of animes that I need to finish. So yeah, there's that. It had very strong female characters. The story was all right for what it was. I especially liked the characters, and I kind of wish we spent a little bit more time than just 13 episodes. I've been noticing this 13 episode trend a lot lately, but apparently it's been going on since the 90s, because that's when Legend of Himiko came out. Apparently, Legend of Himiko was also a PlayStation or PlayStation 2 game that was supposed to come out around the same time, and it was actually supposed to come out before the anime. However, the anime got done before the video game, and the anime is supposed to be based off of the video game. So we got an anime that came out before the video game it was based off of. How kind of messed up is that? Well, if anything, it must have worked as a nice kind of like, I guess you could say, trailer, or like giving hype to the video game that was to come a couple of months later. But because of this, what really struck me is that the story of Legend of Himiko is in this world. They're being invaded by, big evil country. You know, the usual stuff when we're talking about dimension world genre. I guess that's now the word. Shaky cam. I apologize. So they have 6 queen candidates, 6 girls that are candidates to become the queen to rule over the land and to help fight off the enemy menace. And I really like that, and I would have liked to see them go somewhere with it, but they leave it at the end as ambiguous, making it like, oh, yeah, somebody became queen, although we're not going to tell you who it was, so you'll just have to play the video game and find out for yourself. My guess is that it's probably one of those video games that have different story arcs, different branches that you can take to get different endings, so that's why they probably left it ambiguous. But still, for an anime series, they should have at least left with some better closure than just that. I mean, to like build up this whole thing about the queen candidates and then like telling that yes, one of them became the candidate, but we're not going to tell you. So play your game. That is extremely rare and very hard to find. Thanks, guys. So yeah, those have been the recent animes that I've watched and finished lately. I've been keeping up with a lot of anime series like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm enjoying that. I've gotten into the anime series Touch. Enjoying that one. Let's see. Oh, I am very much into this Tonari no Kaibutsa anime that came out recently. Really liking that. I can't say more about it until I've seen it all the way through and I can get my overall opinion. Tekken Drill End, I'm enjoying. Uh, bu- 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 bu. And I've been trying to keep up with as many anime as I can, but it's hard, you know. That's why I make these lists so that I can keep track of them. So yeah, that's what I've been watching lately, and hopefully I can make more of these videos and make them less rambly. This is the MangaMan, signing off.